companies are producing content that provide no value, and they really are advertisements.
Your content needs to have the right strategy behind it. There has to be intention.
You need to post on 2 platforms for several reasons. Let's get into it.
Nope, you need to be posting across all major social media platforms. Posting on 1 or 2 platforms, honestly, is not enough.
Digital marketing is the biggest scam and waste of time. Here's why.
I don't like this guy already.
Look, I love what he's saying. He has a fair point. This is something that we see in our industry time and time again, where welcome legends to Podcast Marketing Secrets,
where we share all of the tactics and strategies from the #1 podcasting agency
on how to launch, grow, manage, and monetize a successful high converting podcast.
Let's take your business and content to the next level.
Welcome back to another episode. Today we are reacting to viral content and podcast clips. Let's get into it.
To go viral, you have to do something that's never been done before. I've told this story before of if you're driving down the road and you see a cow, who cares? It's a fucking cow. But if you're driving down the road and you see a purple cow, you've never seen that before, and it's something you weren't expecting, you're going to go, holy shit. And you're going to go tell your friends about it. You're going to remember that. You'll probably even think about it randomly.
That is exactly one of the viral frameworks that we teach to our podcast partners. In order to go viral, you need to come up with a new angle for things. It needs to be in a way that it hasn't been done before, or is just different to the way that people will actually be used to consume a specific piece of information or a take on something that, like he's saying, if you refer to a standard type of cow, it's probably not going to get the attention that a purple cow will get, right? So ultimately, you want to come up with new ways of saying the same thing, and in a way that is truly going to cut through the noise, especially because think that people are just scrolling nonstop, right?
Yeah. The other thing is, it's very difficult to reinvent the wheel these days. So
the other part is that you don't want to reinvent the wheel. It's easier as well to hijack virality from someone else. You just need to make it your own. That's another viral framework that we use.
Honestly, though, Mr. Beast is an exception to the rule. He is the leader, one of the leaders in content creation right now. So, as you just said, leveraging off of the back of something that's working rather than trying to trailblaze.
My funny content does very well. It's gone viral several times, but it doesn't directly convert into business.
We speak on this so much, which is your content needs to have strategy and intention. Going viral is not enough if you're looking to make sales and conversions in the backend.
Absolutely. But I think Gary's about to get into it, which is the different types of content serve different purposes. Let's keep watching.
Ish. There's only 2 things in business. There's marketing and then there's sales. The funny content is building awareness around you. If you didn't have the funny content, several people in this chat wouldn't have said Nick is the best right now. They know what the you do. You're getting business from it that you don't even see. Value comes in all shapes and sizes. Being funny is value. Mentorship, coaching.
Look, yes, being funny is valuable. It's entertainment. Some of the people that go into social media, they want to be entertained, but make no mistake, you do not want to make funny content because you want to be the funny guy about something that maybe you love doing on social media. Like, as an example, maybe you love being the funny guy of martial arts, but you have a business that is all around business coaching. Unless it's business coaching for martial arts academies, you're probably not wanting to make funny jokes around martial arts that are not going to really drive sales for your business coaching in the backend.
Yeah, this guy's gone too far to the other side where his entire identity is being the funny guy. We actually had a partner who used to be real estate's funny guy, right? And he'll still do funny content now, but he's definitely gearing a lot more towards education content.
Just one final thing with that is that if you want to be perceived as an authority in your space, in most cases, the people that are really want to be known as the funny people are comedians. So are you wanting to be a comedian? Because if you're not, if you're a business owner and you're trying to get sales for your real estate business or your wealth creation services, you're probably not wanting to be known as the funny guy. You want to be known as the expert that your dream customer can trust.
Digital marketing is the biggest scam and waste of time, and here's why. 90% of
I don't like this guy already.
That is a good hook, so I'll give it to him. I like a negative hook.
people telling you to start a business, how to start a business, building a business, growing on social media, have never done any of those themselves.
Look, I love what he's saying. He has a fair point. This is something that we see in our industry time and time again, where podcast agencies are selling business owners to start a podcast because it's the best vehicle to grow their business. And you look at them and you're like, but wait, you don't have a podcast yourself.
But people don't ask that question, and that's the issue.
In fact, you have never done podcasting and you're selling people that they need to do podcasting. It's like selling the best pizza in the world and you don't need pizza yourself. Yeah. I always found that strange. So yes, he's absolutely correct. Pay close attention to who's selling you and why are they selling you the vehicle or that specific product, and do they use that for themselves?
And this is why we have so many people coming to us saying that they've been burned in the past. It's like, well, you put your trust in the wrong people. You need to do your due diligence.
The number one marketing mistake that I'm seeing on social media is that companies are producing content that provide no value. And they really are advertisements that are veiled as frequent social media content. And businesses don't understand why their socials aren't working.
Yeah. Again, your content needs to have the right strategy behind it. There has to be intention. There has to be a clear alignment with what you sell, your knockout offer, the sales process. Your content should be ultimately literally sales and trust assets that should aid your sales team to be able to convert more of the traction that your business is getting. That's what we call authority content as well, and conversions and evidence content. The last bucket that we have is viral content, that whole purpose is to get you in front of more people or increase your exposure, but it's not really aiming to get more sales. So be very well defined with the different pieces of content that you make. They all play different roles in your marketing funnel.
Dude, stop posting memes. But why? They get like crazy views and they take like 10 seconds to make. Okay, check this out. This meme you made got 17 million views. Cool. Cool? No, not cool. Because we only got 1,200 followers from it. What, that's it? Okay, wait.
This is an absolute mistake. We see this many times. People just posting memes because they do get views. Everyone likes a good meme and to have a laugh. But ultimately, if you're a business owner, chances are this is not helping you. If you're gonna post a meme, make sure that it's clearly speaking to your dream avatar, but don't get into the habit of just posting funny stuff, because ultimately, meme pages, you probably follow some of them. Would you ever buy from a meme page? No, hell no. I've used to follow some of those. Ask me how many times I invested into them. None, zero, nada. So if you want to sell in your market or generate premium leads for your business, steer away from posting memes. It never helps the sales process. A better way of using memes is share them on a story, so that basically you can create that type of engagement with your existing audience where they might just react to what you're saying and potentially even engage them into some sort of conversation that could lead to a sale and stem from a meme. But posting them on your main profile, in most cases, it doesn't really helps you generate better quality leads and also make more sales in the back end.
The reason most people don't post enough is they still think life is high school and they're insecure and they're worried someone's gonna make fun of them, or it's not gonna do good. It's not gonna do good? Who gives a fuck?
Now I'm just posting like, you know what? I don't even care what people say.
This is huge. We have spoken to so many business owners that are yet to get on social media. Imagine that first of all, that's insane that it is 2025 and there's still business owners out there that are not posting content, or they're still getting on their own way of being online, doing advertisement, and getting more business by simply making content. You have to think that if you're getting on your own way of making content because maybe you have an imposter syndrome. This is extremely common and between high-level entrepreneurs that we speak to. A lot of them, they just don't feel that they're good enough to be giving advice or, sharing their expertise online. And ultimately, you're leaving a lot of money on the table because you're creating this image that you're not good enough at what you do, or who are you to be giving advice or sharing your expertise online when there's many people out there that could be doing it or that are better than you. Ultimately, you're leaving money on the table, business opportunities, and you're doing a disservice ultimately to your dream avatar because they need you. They need your knowledge. They need your expertise. They need to buy your offers, your products to get the dream outcome that you help them achieve. So this helps nobody. It doesn't help you, and it doesn't help your dream avatar and target market.
It's like the ones who's gonna hate, they're always gonna hate. Screw them. I'm just gonna focus on just creating.
Bro, the ones that hate, you should not feel bad for yourself. You should feel bad for them. Could you imagine being a human being that goes around the internet and leaves comments of hate? That is the most depressing fucking life on earth. Yeah. I'm not mad at those fuckers. I feel sad for those fuckers.
Completely agree. And by the way, you can't really get around hate. You're gonna get it, whether it's at the beginning or later on down the track. At some point, someone is going to disagree with you. Someone is not gonna like you physically, how you look or what you said, and they're gonna leave a mean comment. These people have nothing better to do. I can't even remember when have I taken the time to leave a hate comment in someone's profile. I got no time for that. I'm building the #1 video podcast agency. Serious business owners and winners don't have time to be leaving hate comments online. So if you get some of those, just know that it doesn't matter. It's good for engagement as well. So just keep moving, keep doing, keep iterating, keep getting better, and ignore the trolls online.
You need to post on 2 platforms for several reasons. Let's get into it.
Nope, you need to be posting across all major social media platforms. Posting on 1 or 2 platforms, honestly, is not enough these days. And ultimately, having omnipresence, which is what you can do with a podcast system by creating long form content and short form content that then can get you into platforms like YouTube, Shorts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You are reaching your dream customer across different vehicles and places where they hang out. And you might be more comfortable or used to 1 or 2 platforms, but it's just because you don't have the systems to get yourself consistently across all the other major platforms that honestly, once you have the content, it makes absolute no reason why you shouldn't be maximizing the repurposing and use of those assets that are already created and can help you generate more traffic and more credibility online, because ultimately, a lot of your customers might not be on Instagram. They might prefer to be hanging out on X. Some of them might just prefer to be hanging out on LinkedIn. Some of your customers will just only consume audio style of content on Spotify. So you want to be flexible in the way that you can reach your dream customer and making it easy for them to find you.
First, I view TikTok as a lead generator. Basically, every time you're posting, the algorithm is showing your video to a bunch of new people. They come into your ecosystem, they take in your videos, and now that's a warm lead. I view Instagram as nurturing your audience.
That is correct. It is different every platform in the way that you can engage with your audience and your followers. As an example, on Spotify and YouTube, you can engage on comments with them, but you can't really DM them the way that you could do it on Instagram or TikTok or even LinkedIn and X. So different platforms serve also different purposes, and the way to get the customer from it might be slightly different. And in some of these platforms, you can obviously leverage different tools that can also facilitate a sales process, like on Instagram, using ManyChat to basically encourage the followers to comment a specific word, and then you can engage those people in a sales process in the backend private messaging.
It's easier to link things on Instagram, and the platform has been around longer, so brands spend more money for Instagram. Also, right now, you can repost all of your TikToks to Instagram Reels, so it's not extra work. You want to make the most out of the content that you're making, meaning you want to post it in multiple places for different audiences to see. So if you spend hours making a video, you want to maximize on the output, repurposing it on any platform that you can.
Okay, so she kind of went now the opposite direction compared to what she said at the beginning, that she's telling you, yes, you should be maximizing the content, which is exactly the point that we were trying to make. You should totally be leveraging the content that you make to be repurposed across all platforms. Like I said at the beginning, ultimately, you don't really know which platform is going to bring the biggest return for your business. So you're better off just reaching every single one of the major ones that are proven, have a track record, and they're gonna be staying long enough as well for you to see success in them.
Alrighty guys, if you loved some of these videos, feel free to send some more through. We're happy to give our take. There's a lot of BS out there on social media, and we would love to debunk it. So let us know if you liked this episode. We'll do a few more. Until then, see you next time. Thank you for joining us on Podcast Marketing Secrets. If you found value in this episode, the best way you can support us in continuing to deliver this content to you is by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Now, if you're keen to connect with us, we are at Vibez Creative on all your other social media platforms. Please send us your questions, engage with us, let us know what you want to hear about next on the podcast, and we'll be sure to create content around that.
And if you're interested in partnering with us for the highest level of support for you to be able to launch, grow, manage, and monetize a successful podcast for your business or your personal brand, we offer different levels of support, starting from our services, one-on-one coaching, as well as our completely done-for-you system. So if you're interested in finding out more, book a call with our team down in the description below.